8 signs of heart attack a month before you can't ignore. Did you know that a heart attack almost never happens out of nowhere? In reality, your body has been sending you warning signs for weeks, even months before disaster strikes every year. Millions of people collapse unexpectedly from a heart attack. But what they didn't realize was that their body had been desperately trying to warn them: a strange fatigue, fleeting chest discomfort, or even an unexplained feeling of anxiety. These could all be silent cries for help from your heart. The scariest part: up to 80% of heart attacks could be prevented if we recognize the early signs and take action in time. In today's video, we'll reveal 8 critical warning signs that can appear up to a month before a heart attack. Signs you simply cannot ignore. Some may seem harmless, but ignoring them could be a fatal mistake. And sign number 1. It's something that many people dismiss, yet it could be the final alarm before a heart attack strikes. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. And make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because life-saving health information like this could protect you or someone you love. First, let's talk about sign number 8, indigestion or heartburn. Most people think of heartburn as just a minor digestive issue, something caused by a big meal, spicy food, or too much coffee. But what if that burning sensation in your chest wasn't coming from your stomach at all? What if it was your heart trying to warn you of something far more dangerous? Indigestion, like discomfort, can sometimes be an early warning sign of a heart attack, especially in people who don't experience the classic crushing chest pain. The problem is that acid reflux and heart-rated chest pain can feel almost identical. Both can cause burning or pressure in the chest, and both can happen after eating. But while heartburn is triggered by stomach acid, heart-rated discomfort happens when blood flow to the heart is restricted, depriving it of oxygen. Your body doesn't always make it easy to tell the difference. The heart and stomach share nerve pathways. So when something is wrong with your heart, your brain may misinterpret the signals, making it feel like indigestion. This is especially true for women, diabetics, and older adults, whose heart attack symptoms are often more subtle. So how do you know when to worry? If your heartburn comes with nausea, cold sweats, dizziness, or pain spreading to your jaw, arms, or back, do not ignore it. These could be signs that your heart is struggling, and waiting too long could be a deadly sign. Number 7, unusual fatigue. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling more tired than when you went to bed, even after sleeping for a full night. Suddenly, everyday tasks like carrying groceries or just making it through the day feel incredibly hard. You might think it's just stress, getting older, or having a busy life, but what if that deep exhaustion is telling you something more serious? This kind of fatigue isn't like normal tiredness that gets better with rest. Instead, it sticks around sometimes for days or even weeks and tends to get worse over time. You may feel completely drained, even after simple activities like taking a shower or making your bed. Some people describe it as feeling like they have the flu, but without the fever or stuffy nose. The connection between fatigue and heart health lies in the circulatory system. When the heart isn't pumping efficiently, blood flow to the muscles and brain decreases, causing weakness, dizziness, and mental fog. The body compensates by redirecting blood to essential organs, which is why the arms and legs might feel especially weak or heavy. The worse the blood flow gets, the more exhausted you feel, even when you're not exerting yourself. Many heart attack survivors say they felt unusually tired for weeks before their event, but ignored it, assuming it was something minor. Don't make that mistake. Your body is speaking to you. Don't wait until it's too late to listen. Sign number 6, sleep disturbances. You lie in bed exhausted but restless, unable to sleep. Despite a calm mind, night after night, you toss and turn, sometimes waking up gasping for air or jolting awake without reason. It's frustrating, but you attribute it to stress, age, or a bad sleep cycle. Sleep disturbances, especially difficulty falling asleep, waking frequently during the night, or feeling unrest even after a full night in bed, can be early warning signs of heart trouble. Most people don't associate poor sleep with heart disease, but the connection runs deep. When the heart isn't functioning properly, the body struggles to regulate blood pressure and oxygen levels, both of which play a critical role in restful sleep. One of the most concerning issues is a condition called nocturnal hypoxia, where oxygen levels drop during Sleep. This can happen due to reduced blood flow from narrowing arteries, making it harder for your heart to circulate oxygen efficiently. Your brain detects the problem and triggers micro-awakenings, brief moments of wakefulness that you may not even remember, but that disrupt your sleep cycle, leaving you exhausted the next day. Another overlooked factor is the role of the autonomic nervous system, which controls involuntary bodily functions, including heart rate and blood pressure. When the heart is under stress due to underlying blockages or an impending cardiac event, this system can become overactive at night, causing spikes in adrenaline and making it harder for you to relax into deep sleep. This explains why many people experience sudden awakenings, vivid nightmares, or even a racing heart while trying to sleep in the weeks leading up to a heart attack. Sign number 5. Mild shortness of breath. You're walking up a flight of stairs, something you've done 1,000 times before, but this time something feels different. Halfway up, you suddenly feel winded, like you've just run a marathon. You stop for a moment, trying to catch your breath, but the air doesn't come as easily as it should. Maybe it's just exhaustion. Maybe you're out of shape, or maybe it's something far more serious. Mild shortness of breath is often missed as an early sign of heart problems. Many people think of breathing issues as being caused by lung problems like asthma or a cold. But the heart and lungs are closely linked. When your heart has trouble pumping blood, your lungs have to work harder to help you breathe, which can lead to unexpected breathlessness. The key difference between normal breathlessness and heart-rated shortness of breath lies in when and how it happens. If you're winded after an intense workout, that's normal. But if you suddenly find yourself gasping for air during routine tasks, like walking, climbing stairs, or even talking, that's a red flag in some cases. Shortness of breath can even happen while resting or lying down, forcing you to sit up in the middle of the night just to breathe properly. This is because fluid can build up in the lungs when the heart isn't pumping effectively, a condition known as pulmonary congestion. This symptom is particularly dangerous because it tends to creep up slowly. At first, you might notice slight breathlessness when exerting yourself, but over time it takes less and less activity to make you feel winded. Many people ignore it, believing it's just aging or lack of fitness. But when shortness of breath gradually worsens without explanation, it often points to an underlying heart issue. Sign number 4. Pain or discomfort in the jaw or neck. Jaw or neck pain is often a sign of a heart attack that people tend to overlook, while many are aware of the intense chest pain that can come with heart problems. Discomfort in the jaw, throat, or neck doesn't usually make people think of heart issues as a result. Many might brush it off as something unimportant, not realizing it could actually be a serious warning from their heart. Heart-rated pain can sometimes show up in surprising places like your jaw, neck, or even your teeth. This happens because the heart doesn't have pain receptors like other parts of the body, such as the skin or muscles. Instead, when the heart is in distress, like when there isn't enough blood flowing through it, it sends signals through a nerve called the vagus nerve. This nerve travels from the brain down through the chest and into different areas of the upper body. As a result, the brain may mistakenly interpret heart pain as being from your jaw or neck. Another tricky aspect is that this type of pain can come and go. One day you might feel a slight ache in your jaw, and another day you could notice stiffness in your neck. Sometimes the discomfort might even vanish for a while, only to come back when you're feeling stressed or after some physical activity. This on and off pattern can make it easy to ignore until it becomes really serious. So how can you tell if your jaw or neck pain could be a warning sign from your heart? If the pain comes on suddenly, feels different from what you're used to, or is accompanied by other symptoms like trouble breathing, nausea, dizziness, or tiredness, don't ignore it. If the pain becomes worse when you're active but gets better when you rest, that could be a serious sign like angina, which signals that your heart isn't getting enough blood. Sign number 3. Dizziness or lightheadedness. You're going about your day when suddenly the world tilts, a wave of dizziness washes over you, and for a moment you feel completely unsteady. Maybe it's just dehydration. Maybe you stood up too fast, but then it happens again. You feel lightheaded, almost as if you might pass out. It passes after a few seconds and you shake it off. But what if this momentary spell of dizziness isn't as harmless as it seems? One of the first signs that your heart isn't doing well can be a sudden feeling of unsteadiness or faintness. It's essential to Pay attention to these feelings as they could indicate that your heart needs some help. Your heart pumps blood that's full of oxygen to every part of your body, including your brain. If your blood flow gets restricted, like when your blood vessels shrink, or if there's a heart issue, your brain might not get enough oxygen. This can cause you to feel dizzy or like you might faint, even when you haven't been doing anything tough. Some people describe it as feeling weak, as if their body wants to give up, while others feel an odd floating sensation, almost like the ground is moving beneath them, unlike dizziness caused by dehydration or a sudden change in posture. Heart-rated dizziness tends to come out of nowhere. It doesn't always follow a predictable pattern, and it may happen while you're sitting, standing, or even lying down. So how do you know when dizziness is a cause for concern? If you experience repeated episodes of lightheadedness that don't have an obvious cause, or if it's paired with other symptoms like fatigue, shortness of breath, or chest discomfort, don't brush it off. Your body is giving you a warning, and the sooner you listen, the better your chances of preventing a life-threatening heart attack. Sign number 2, pain in the upper back or shoulders. You stretch your shoulders, trying to shake off the dull ache spreading across your upper back. Maybe you slept in the wrong position. Maybe you've been sitting too long. You roll your shoulders, hoping the discomfort will pass, but it doesn't. Instead, it lingers, creeping into your shoulder blades, sometimes even radiating down your arms. It's annoying, but not unbearable. Pain in the upper back or shoulders can be an early and overlooked warning sign of a cardiac event. Unlike sharp stabbing pain from an injury, heart-rated discomfort often feels like a deep spreading pressure or tightness. This happens because the nerves that transmit pain signals from the heart don't always send them directly to the chest. Instead, they can radiate to other areas, including the back, shoulders, neck, and even arms. Certain people are at higher risk of experiencing upper back pain as a heart attack warning sign. Women, diabetics, and older adults are more likely to feel discomfort in areas other than the chest. People with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or a history of smoking are also at greater risk. If you fall into any of these categories and notice unexplained back or shoulder pain, don't ignore it. It's always better to be cautious and check in with a doctor if you're unsure. Sign number 1, mild chest discomfort that comes and goes. Intermittent chest discomfort is one of the most dangerous but frequently ignored signs of an impending heart attack. The key word here is intermittent. It doesn't always feel severe, and it doesn't always stay. Instead, it comes and goes, leading many to believe it's nothing serious. But what's really happening inside the body is far more alarming. When the blood flow to the heart is limited, the heart doesn't get enough oxygen for a short time. This can make it harder for the heart to pump effectively and do its job properly. This condition, known as angina, triggers discomfort. Not always pain, but a sensation of tightness, pressure, or even heaviness in the chest. Unlike a heart attack, angina is temporary. The discomfort might last a few minutes, then disappear as the heart gets enough oxygen again. That's why so many people ignore it. But here's the danger. Angina is not a harmless symptom. It's a direct warning that a heart attack is on the horizon. At first, you may only notice the discomfort during physical exertion, walking up a hill, carrying groceries, or even feeling stressed. It fades when you rest, making it easy to dismiss. But over time, as the arteries become more clogged, the discomfort starts appearing with less effort. Eventually, it may happen, even when you're sitting still. When that day comes, you may only have hours or minutes before your heart is pushed beyond its limit. Another reason this symptom is so deadly is that it doesn't always feel like pain at all. Some people describe it as a tightness in the chest, like a band being squeezed around them, a heaviness as if something is pressing down on them, a burning sensation mistaken for heartburn, a fullness or discomfort almost like bloating in the chest. And sometimes it's not even in the chest. It can radiate to the arms, shoulders, neck, jaw, or even the upper back if the discomfort becomes more frequent, lasts longer, or appears with symptoms like dizziness, nausea, cold sweats, or shortness of breath. Don't wait. By the time the pain becomes severe and constant, you may already be in the middle of a full-blown heart attack. Appropriate avoidance measures. A heart attack doesn't come out of nowhere. It's the result of years of silent damage. You have the power to prevent it. Every choice you make today affects your heart tomorrow. Your Diet is either fueling disease or fighting it. Ditch processed foods, trans fats, and excess sugar. Instead, nourish your body with whole foods, vegetables, lean proteins, and heart-healthy fats like olive oil and fish. Every meal is a chance to protect. Your arteries. Exercise isn't just about fitness, it's about survival. Your heart is a muscle, and without movement, it weakens. Even a 30-minute brisk walk daily can reduce your risk. Sitting too much, it's time to change. That stress is a silent killer. Chronic stress spikes blood pressure, tightens arteries, and inflames the body. Learn to manage it through meditation, deep breathing, or simply setting boundaries. Your heart needs peace as much as it needs oxygen. Smoking and excessive drinking, they're destroying your heart from the inside out. Quit smoking now. Every cigarette damages your arteries. Alcohol, keep it in moderation. The damage accumulates faster than you think. Silent killers like high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes must be controlled. Regular checkups can save your life. If you don't track these numbers, you can't manage them. Your heart's fate isn't sealed, it's shaped by your daily actions. Start today. Your future depends on it. If you found this video helpful, please remember to hit the like button. It really helps us bring you more valuable content. Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts, questions, or what topic you'd like us to cover next. We love hearing from you. Of course, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can never miss out on our latest health tips and insights. Stay informed, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.